The highest peak over the Mahon Falls is Cnocán Fibara, and it gets that name, the Piper's Hill, because a piper was piping for a wedding on the other side of the Curragh Mountains, and he was making his way home after the wedding late at night. But when he got to the top of the hill, a big fog descended. He couldn't find his way, so he was found a couple of days later where he had died of exposure. If you were out there late at night, you might hear the sound of the pipes going with the wind. I came to live at this part of the Curragh Mountains, and I've been here all my life, which is 76 years now. So the Mahon Falls were not a tourist attraction when I was young. Nobody would go out to the Mahon Falls unless you were going out to collect sheep. People might say, what are you doing going out there? We lived in the middle of all this beauty but didn't appreciate it, or just thought that was the way things were. And then outsiders come along and they say, oh my goodness, it's a gorgeous place, you know, it's beautiful, and aren't you lucky to live? And then we started looking at it and said, yeah, gosh, it is kind of nice, you know. So, yeah. You know, there's a great sense of peace and tranquility. If you ever need to get away from it all, you can go up to Mahon Falls in the evening. It's really, really peaceful, and I'm sure it's very good for people's mental health. I think it should be on prescriptions rather than boxes of pills, you know, because it is a fabulous place. One of my favourite things, I go out there at the end of every August, and one of my things is to find a little piece of white heather gleaming out amongst the purple. You know, you can spot it a mile off, but people don't seem to get it. And if you find this piece of white heather, it's very lucky. I actually had it on my wedding cake 50 years ago, so I'm still here, so there must be something in it, you know. So we have, you know, lots of local stories. We would have had a famous highwayman called William Crotty, and he was known locally as Crotty the Robber, but he was really a rapparee. He would have used the Curragh Mountains as his hiding place and also as a lookout. He would have used all the local roads. Now this was before we would have had the N25 or anything like that. And his area would have stretched from Rathgormack all the way to Dungarvan and down to the sea. And he waited on the hill, watched the coach coming or whatever, and robbed the rich to help the poor. If I go away anywhere, I want to get back. And as soon as I come up that road from Kilmacthomas and I see the mountains in front of me, I said, oh, thank God I'm home, you know.